Potsy last night was like, Shay, give me some spoilers. Give me some spoilers. And his wife was like, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm like, I signed an NDA, bro. I can't say nothing.
This is a very unique film. You guys are, there's 4 or is it 5 lines of dialogue that actually make the final cut, Potsy?
There's like loosely 6, we'll say, but there's like a subtle, I mean, the highs don't really count. We won't count those.
Hi.
Hi. It's like a deep breath that says hi.
So that means that like you're filling out these characters with everything else, from just like a raise of an eyebrow to their costuming choices. I mean, Shailene, what was that for you with Sophia?
It's so much can, words can be such a great device to lie to the people around us about how we're actually feeling and who we actually are. And without words, there's still the ability to put on an illusion, but I like to say the space is thinner between what is truth and what is story. And in this film, we were fortunate enough as actors to have this guy as our brilliant leader and companion and collaborator who trusted us to play. And we had a few conversations, not many. Ben and I work very similarly in the sense that we don't really like to over talk and analyze. And so we understood the shape of what something needed to be, and Ben uses the reference of wet clay often. And we went to set and said, please, for me in some of our more violent scenes, I always said, please don't break my nose. And he asked me, please, to not slap his ear with an open palm. And we had a few boundaries, and very few. And then we went to work.
Yes.
And we played.
Potsy, what was it like to have this, this incredible, honestly, troupe of actors that were willing to really go for it? Because it is obviously a very intense movie emotionally, and then it does get pretty violent too. So yeah, how was that collaboration with this group?
I mean, these two they're the top of the top as far as what they do in the skill and the creativity and we would talk about a scene, we would loosely block and get in there and give a boundary of don't go out of this box. But watching them go through it, I could sit at the monitor and just, you knew it was going to be magical, you just didn't know exactly how. And so watching it come to life in those moments and go in and just say one word to Ben or to Shay, and Ben has a way of, you say toy with him. You just say one little word and he's like, got you. And it's you don't know what he got, you don't know what it's about to be, but it's going to be incredible. And so then the next time you're just like, okay, well that was amazing. Let's try that again. So I think there were some scenes that we never wanted to stop. We're just like, let's keep playing in this mode, but you have to move on because of time. But it really was. I think we had a lot of fun, and it's just an enjoyable, collaborative. It's really nice set. I mean, really nice experience all the way around. So,
did you find yourselves? Was it sort of in that way? Kind of improvising. I mean, it differently from like the way you improvise dialogue, but you are kind of having the freedom to, in some ways, kind of improvise how each other would react in certain moments. Like I'm thinking about the diner scene, for example, where you guys just, these two characters find their way back to one another. There's so much that's just like unspoken across the table. What was the experience of a scene like that?
It's so funny when I wouldn't think of it as improvising, although I suppose it was in a way. It was just really listening and reacting and being nowhere but there. Emotionally, being in 1,000 different places because of what these characters, they're before and they're after and the in-betweens of those, but us being 100% present with one another and noticing the slight energy shifts and playing ball with those.
Shailene, what interested you about Sophia? I mean, in some ways, she's kind of like the Helen of Troy of this story.
I was interested by the way that it was originally written was more archetypal in the sense that there was an antagonist, a protagonist, and she was really sort of a victim to the antagonist to be saved by the protagonist. And we spoke about it at length, and just especially once Ben and I were cast and Alan Richam was already attached, just the energy dynamics between Sophia and these two men, one of which provided a home, a safety, a relaxation for her nervous system, a coming home to, and one provided the space for her to be a wild woman and to let her feminine really fly in big, colorful ways, but didn't necessarily cater to her feeling safe or protected from a nervous system place, and also in her home. And I think that the struggle and the dichotomy between the heart wanting two things and the intellect knowing there's one choice to be made is something that I can certainly relate to, and I think many people can relate to. And I was attracted by the nuance in Sophia's choices and the struggle between what in one moment was right and one moment was wrong, and then the next moment those two things switch. And you really can't try and tell the heart to measure love. The heart understands love, and then the intellect comes in to try and control us and tell us what is safe in that love. And that was something that I was really, really grabbed by with Sophia.
Ben, what about you with Reynolds? Because, yeah, he does a lot of very bad things, but he is seemingly driven by this love for this woman.
Well, the beautiful script, it was about 98 pages. There's not a lot of dialogue, but it's behavior-based. So if we think about character, it's behavior. It's how we behave. And his love, to echo off Shay, is devoted. It's not stealing the princess, it's his person. And he'll put out fire with gasoline to get her back.
Did you enjoy how far you got to go with him? Because there are so many different levels to his character.
I just love dancing with Potsy and Shay. I think we all work very intuitively. We understand shapes. We dig on dance, but we're also hunting something that hurts, and to share that a little bit and exchange that when the cameras are rolling and just listen. It's jamming. It's not overly premeditated. It's not overly cut. It's not overly. It's Potsy coming in tune, but it's two people coming in and listening to each other, and that's beautiful.
And it's quite literally dancing at times, too. We did get a couple little dance numbers because you have all of these amazing needle drops. You worked with Jack White on this as well.
The dancing was the easiest scenes in the world. It was basically action and then just hold on and watch. And the disco was, we have a 8-minute cut of the disco scene because it was just, everything was incredible. And so we had to whittle that down, but it's, just the,
I haven't seen the 8-minute version.
You guys.
I want to
see the
8
full
minutes.
song of I Am Love.
Of I Am
Feel
Love.
Love.
I mean,
I Feel
just
Love.
so many beautiful. And there's one moment where you guys are your hands are in the air and the strobes are going on, and it's like.
There's a moment we're on the floor, I remember.
Oh, we had. There's moments too where we had in one of the others there was the glass in front of the frame, and it was almost like a kaleidoscope effect.
Cool.
And it's right when Ben does drugs and he's leaning back and everyone's beating around him. It was. I mean.
Reynolds.
Sorry, Reynolds does drugs.
My kids.
We
are
could
at
have
home.
just done a dance movie and been happy.
That's our next film.
That is the next film.
Breaking news. That's the next film. Well, Shay, I know we're about to see you again in Paradise Season 2. I got a sneak peek of that at Comic-Con. What has it been like to just even get the initial reaction to joining that series?
To Paradise?
Yeah.
Oh, it's thrilling. I'm such a fan. Potsy last night was like, Shay, give me some spoilers. Give me some spoilers. And his wife was like, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm like, I signed an NDA, bro. I can't say nothing.
These spoilers.
You can say that your character worked at Elvis's Graceland.
I
knew that.
can say that, and that she did. Huh? I got to know Elvis very, very well. It was so fun. Everyone involved in that is so kind and generous and talented, and I just feel very lucky to have been a part of it.
Well, we can't wait to see it. And I wanted to actually, you mentioned something on that panel at Comic-Con about another one of your characters that really affected you, Triss, in the Divergent movies. And I wanted to ask, is there any chance that you could find a way to revisit her someday?
I mean, as long as Potsy, Ben, and I do it together, absolutely.
That would be.
I would love to see
Amazing.
a disco version
You want to do
of
Divergent 2.0?
Sure.
Yeah, that's totally your thing,
Can we
right?
dance? Can we dance?
Of course we can
All right,
dance.
fine.
Of course
I'd
we
love
can
to
dance.
see it. But actually, we need to find a way to put those 8 minutes back, Potsy. How do we do that?
You need to find a way to what?
The 8-minute cut.
Great
Oh,
question.
to see that we can maybe release just that.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't give anything away. We'll talk about it. We'll try to get you.
Talk about it.
We'll try to get.
That'll be the promo.
Yep.
That'll be an extra bit of promo for the movie.
Yep.
I
And
love
I owe
that.
you guys that other scene as well.
We'll talk about
We'll talk about that.
Well, congratulations, guys, and enjoy hopping off to your next destination. From Venice already here to TIFF and onward bound.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Appreciate it.